See this guy? That's me. The director, actor, writer, editor, and the unreliable narrator. So you can guess how this film was made, the conditions and the quality as a whole. This film, in a sense, is about the nothingness that pervades the life of our protagonist. Like, for example, he usually has nothing in his bank account. He has eaten nothing for the past 2 days. There is nothingness in his social life, and there is nothingness in his academic one. There's also the emotional nothingness, the worst nothingness of all. He starts hallucinating due to starvation and dances out of frustration. He has a mind to end it all, but doesn't. He's depressed, but reasonable. He's read Choran and loves quoting him. Choran said that suicide isn't worth it as you always kill yourself too late. Choran also said only optimists commit suicide. Our protagonist doesn't have any trait of a hero. There is nothing motivating him, nor does he have an arc that transforms him. This is a student film, so it goes without saying that the movie is going to be horrible. Filmmakers are the most pretentious and incorrigible people on the planet. I'm a quote-unquote indie filmmaker, so that makes me even more pretentious and incorrigible. If you feel some cringe watching this film, remember that I acted in this movie. I don't want this movie to be seen by anyone but my DP forced me to submit this movie. There is no narrative or plot in this movie, but if you consider this meta-narration to be a plot device of some sort, then you're welcome.
And as he gazes into the TV gazes back at him. And as he gazes into the TV gazes back at him.
He wants to go to some European resort where retirees and tired people go. A cigarette hanging down his lips and a wayfarer on his face, he drinks water with healing properties. You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me? Who are you talking to? Oh, you're talking on the phone. I'm sorry. Dismiss the idea that you're significant. You're just an accident. Everything you have done till now, or will do in the near future, is inconsequential. The short span of your miserable life, which you will go through searching for meaning or order, is only going to break you down until there's nothing more left of you. Your friends will leave you, your lovers will desert you, and your family will always fight with you. Nobody's really going to understand you. Eventually, every one of them is going to die, and so are you. He doesn't know what to do with all the time on his hand. Smoking is a respite from this nothingness. Cigarettes make time go faster, and it also gives an illusion that you're doing something. If cigarettes didn't cause cancer, then more people would have smoked. There's also the fallacy that you can own a Ferrari with the money you spend on buying cigarettes. If that was true, there would be way more Ferraris on the road. Our protagonist smokes a lot. It is the only thing that's common between our protagonist and an intellectual. This movie cost around 500 rupees to make, and half the budget was spent on cigarettes. An art film is a joke without cigarettes. One half of the art film consists of people smoking, and the other half consists of existential monologue. I think we found a fine balance with this movie. Spoiler alert, this movie contains a vague non-ending. We are desperately trying to find meaning in our life, just like how we are trying to find some meaning in this movie. Civilizations build meta-narratives around it. We tell stories to ourselves and to anyone who pretends to be interested. In the end, every story ever told is the same. People are just trying to live their life. People should focus more on living than trying to find meaning. A life well lived, a life well examined, is just as good. Death is a very fascinating subject. I think people should talk about death more often. One should always have death on one's mind. Death exonerates the blemishes of life. Death gives a soft edge to the bleakness of daily living. Our protagonist often thought about death. He sometimes wished that he was an animal instead of a human being. Human beings are very clumsy and unmotivated. They tend to think about the future and the past and forget the present. An animal always has to think about the present. There's an urgency about their life. For them, it's eat or be eaten. We usually have nothing new to say to people, so we end up saying the same things over and over. I remember talking about a single incident to 7 different people. We want connection, but then we shortchange trivial guffaw for the sake of real conversation. You can't help but talk about how sunny it is or how rainy it's going to be this season. These things really don't mean anything, you know? Phrases like, good morning, good evening, how are you? I'm just fine. But I think I'm going to be sick if I hear you talk about the weather again.
Excuse me, would you like to be a part of this movie?
Who, me? Alright. Do you mind if I smoke?
No, it's fine.
What do you want me to do?
Just smoke.